Hey everyone, it's me, Gamey Gus, just hanging out here at the bar, like I do. Now I wanted to talk to you about not just one specific game this time. This time, a bunch of different games. Now, when you think of a Nintendo Entertainment System video game, you probably think of that gray thing. I don't have one, but you know what they look like. It's the gray cartridge, and they got little. Just imagine it's like the gray cartridge, and then they got like a picture. It's got like Mega Man, blowing a guy's head off, or something like that, and like that. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these guys. What? It's a black cartridge, and it's like upside down, but they're not supposed to hold it like that. You're supposed to be like, what? And you got like a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of them, and this is just a few of them right here. You got like Pac-Man and Alien Syndrome and RBI Baseball. The RBI stands for really baseball is. Then you got Rolling Thunder. That doesn't have any kind of acronym on it, and that guy's just shooting off. There's like a guy off. It's like an alien. He's like, and that guy's like shooting him. But you're like, well, how did this happen? You say, like, why is that like that? And like, cause that's not a gray cart. That's black, and it's the picture is like the other like upside down. Well, that's because these are Tengen. As you can kind of see right there, it says Tengen on them, and for the most part, like these were released. These weren't approved by Nintendo, and they were actually made by the Tengen brothers, Eric and Mike Tengen, and they said that we want to put out video games too, but like Nintendo said, no, you can't put out these video games. So they were just like, well then, screw it. Let's just do it ourselves. Let's take the games, let's put it in these new cartridges, and then we'll just put them out like that. And then that's how that happened. And now the one thing you're probably wondering is like, okay, well, I can imagine if they like made their own games and just shoved a black cartridge and just put it out in the market. But like this, we got Pac-Man. That's not like an indie thing. That was like a big thing. There was Pac-Man fever. That people contracted a disease because of this game. So it's like, how did that get put into an unlicensed Nintendo card? You'd think Nintendo would be alright with Pac-Man being on their system. Well, that's because they actually were thieves. They actually went into the company. They went into Namco's headquarters. They snuck in and they stole the code for Pac-Man, and they did this with a bunch of other stuff. I mean, they did it with Alien Syndrome. You can't even. I don't know if you can see it right here. It says Sega Enterprises. That's right. This is a Sega game on a Nintendo system, which at the time was insane. I mean, now you got like Sonic and all the kinds of crazy Sega characters on Nintendo consoles. Nobody gives a shit about them anymore. But at the same time, back then that's insane. So they went into these different companies and they snuck in. They got ski masks down, and they went in and they stole the code, and they shoved it carelessly into these black cartridges of Doom, and then that's how they ended up getting these out there. The Tengen brothers, but the thing about it is that they're still free today. They don't make games anymore, but they're still out there, and they're still stealing stuff, and nobody knows what happened to them. But for a while, they did some pretty good business, taking these well-known franchises and shoving them into black cartridges and putting them on store shelves. So that's the story of Tengen. I really think that someone should try and find them. Maybe Sean Penn can do an interview with them. It's topical. Tengen, it's a great story, all about video games. That's what we do here. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. I'm Gamey Gus, and hopefully you'll like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel. We have a podcast. It's called Glass Half Broken. It's a very optimistic sounding podcast, and all that stuff. I'm not in it, but these other guys are in it. But they let me put my videos on their channel, so thank you to those guys. One of those guys is really handsome. All right, so I'll see you guys later, and you have a great Tengen day.